Ever wish you could bottle that feeling?
Bottle what feeling?
You know, cruising down the coast as the sun sets, your favorite tunes filling the car. That's the energy we're tapping into today as we deep dive into Sunset Rollercoaster. We've got articles, interviews, even some fun fan insights.
Yeah.
All about this Taiwanese band. They've really been charming ears worldwide.
I can see why their sound is something else.
Tell me about it. It's like...
How do you even describe it?
Exactly.
It's smooth, but also kind of complex. Jazz-infused pop that takes you right back, like those Sunset drives.
You nailed it. But then they layer in the funk, the soul, even some of that classic rock sound.
That AOR vibe, right? Like from the 70s, 80s.
It really is like a sonic time machine, like you said, putting their sound into words. So maybe we should just let the music speak for itself. Get ready for some serious ear candy because we're about to play a little My Gingy. This track's got over 90 million plays on Spotify alone.
90 million, wow.
Yeah. Once you hear it, you'll get it. Makes you want to roll the windows down.
Instant road trip.
Right. But there's more to their music than just a vibe. It's deeply connected to their hometown, Taipei.
And you always find those connections fascinating, don't you?
Always. How a band's environment can shape their sound. It's like...
Their environment is an instrument, too.
Exactly.
This unique blend of freedom and, like, comfort. Artists are encouraged to experiment, blend genres.
Without the pressure to, what, fit in?
Exactly. No pressure to conform to one style.
Breeding ground for creativity. Okay, now I'm really curious. How did Sunset Rollercoaster, how'd they capture a global audience? What's their secret sauce?
I think a big part of it is just being so authentic. They're not chasing trends, not trying to fit into any boxes.
Right.
They make music that feels true to them, to their own experiences.
Yeah, it cuts through.
100%. And their lead singer, Kuo, he had this great quote about it. He said he wants to wear the music, not be worn by it.
Ooh, I like that.
It's about owning your sound, making music that comes from a real, genuine place.
Not a costume.
Yeah.
This music is a part of me.
Exactly.
And isn't that something we all relate to? That desire to be true to ourselves, whether it's our work, our art, how we move through the world.
Absolutely. And I think that's a big reason they resonate with audiences worldwide, that genuine approach. But it's not just the music itself.
The whole world they've built around it.
Exactly. It's like stepping into a Sunset Rollercoaster universe.
The Sunset Rollercoaster universe, huh? Okay. You know I'm a sucker for a good world building. So paint me a picture. What's it feel like to step inside?
All right, close your eyes. Imagine you're walking down these like super vibrant streets of Taipei.
I'm there.
The air is alive. It's the city that just blends everything. Old and new, east meets west. Creates a soundscape that's familiar but also totally fresh. That openness to anything goes, letting all these different sounds just come together and make something unexpected.
So it's not just about grabbing like literal sounds though, right? It's more about
freedom to experiment, pull inspiration from anywhere. You might hear those jazz chords we talked about, but then boom, driving funk bass line.
Or like a traditional instrument mixed into their synth pop.
Exactly. Like, why choose one flavor when you can have the whole buffet?
The whole buffet, love it. But their lyrics, those are mainly in English, right?
You picked up on that.
It's always intrigued me. I mean, yeah, it helps them reach a wider audience.
For sure.
But it feels deliberate. Like there's more to it than that.
100%. Kuo actually talked about this. He said singing in English gives their lyrics this indirectness.
Indirectness.
Yeah. It lets them get personal, explore these deeper themes, but then it leaves space for the listener. You bring your own interpretation to it.
That's really interesting. So they're not telling you how to feel. It's more like
an invitation to connect with the music on your own terms.
I like that. Adds another layer to their whole universe, right? Like the shared experience. Speaking of shared experiences, we're going to talk about this whole pregnancy rock thing.
No, yeah.
Their music's romantic, sensual, sure. But pregnancy rock is oddly specific. Where did that even come from?
Honestly, it seems like it came straight from the fans.
Really?
It all ties back to the vibe, you know? That undeniable sensuality, slow grooves, dreamy melodies, just lends itself to certain moments.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Certain moments. Let's just say fans are getting creative with their playlists.
Exactly. Some fans even call their concerts, get ready for this, love hotels.
Love hotels.
Yeah.
Wow. That really says something.
Right.
So how does the band feel about this whole thing? Have they commented on this rather unique label?
You gotta love them. They're such good sports. Kuo's actually joked about it, wondering if people are actually, you know, using their music like that.
That's hilarious. I love that they can laugh at it. It's so refreshing to see a band embrace those unexpected ways people connect, even if it's a little outside the box.
Totally. Speaks to their authenticity again, just letting go.
Okay, so we've got this unique sound, a city that's practically its own character. But how'd they go from a MySpace photo to like selling out stadiums, collaborating with global superstars?
It's quite a story.
Don't tell me it involves a time machine, right?
Well, not quite a time machine, but we are going to have to take a little trip back to the early days of Sunset Rollercoaster.
Lead the way, time traveler. Take us back.
Back to 2009 we go. Picture this. Social media was just a baby, right?
MySpace was everything.
Exactly. And every band, every artist, they had to have that perfect profile. So there's Sunset Rollercoaster is just starting out, and they need a picture.
I can already sense this is going to be good.
So they snap a photo real quick and use some random filter. Just happens to have a sunset and a roller coaster.
No way. Their whole name came from a MySpace filter.
You gotta love it. These little accidents, right? Sometimes they shaped everything, but that's not all. Quigo Kuo, the lead singer, he almost went down a totally different path.
Oh, what could be more rock and roll than, well, Sunset Rollercoaster?
Okay, get this. Kuo has terrible eyesight, like really bad. We're talking exempt from military service in Taiwan. Bad.
Wow. Okay, so this wasn't just needing glasses kind of bad. So instead of marching, he found music.
Exactly. Saw it as a sign, a chance to really go for it, you know.
Yeah.
Poured his energy into writing, performing, eventually connected with the other guys who'd become Sunset Rollercoaster.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
But when did things really take off for them? Was there a specific moment, like a gig or a song?
Seems like their second EP, Jinji Kiko, back in 2016, that was the turning point. The music world really took notice. Tons of touring, bigger crowds, the whole deal.
I feel like it takes that one project, the one that really grabs people, then it's off to the races.
Totally. And for Sunset Rollercoaster, that momentum led them to another big first. 2018, they're the first Taiwanese band ever to do a live session at Audiotree.
Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Audiotree's huge.
Massive. It's like a rite of passage for artists on the rise, get featured there. It's like a stamp of approval from, I don't know, the music gods.
Exposes you to this whole new world of fans. So
Yeah.
after that, their career just...
Skyrocketed. But they didn't stop. Well, they took it even further with their 2024 album, AAA.
AAA. Wait, like the batteries?
Not quite, but just as catchy, right?
All right.
It's got all these meanings layered in. A nod to their Asian heritage, some car insurance company they saw on tour.
Only Sunset Rollercoaster could pull that off. Classic.
Right. But the best part, the music itself. AAA is a full-on collab with this other incredible band, HYUKOH from South Korea.
Wow. Two amazing bands, different countries, different sounds. That's going to be something special.
It's like this musical melting pot of awesome.
This whole deep dive has been wild. We started with a hazy MySpace photo, ended up at sold-out stadiums.
From love hotels to global collabs.
It really shows you can stay true to your roots while pushing boundaries. Just goes to show the most interesting paths are often the ones less traveled.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Until next time, listeners.
If you enjoy our podcast, C-Pop Deep Dive, don't forget to leave a message, give us a 5-star rating, subscribe, and share your favorite episodes on social media. You can find us on Instagram at @CPOP Deep Dive. We look forward to hearing your thoughts on the show.